Let's have a bit more fun and talk about Arsenal, because they just about saved their season with a comeback against Benfica last night. I'll tell you something, Perry. I love watching Arsenal. It is pure entertainment.
I'm glad you do.
In games like that. I couldn't. I was in this room last night watching it on a big screen, and I thought after about 60 minutes, I thought, oh, I need to go and get a shower, get myself sorted for dinner and stuff like that. I couldn't leave because you didn't know what was going to happen, because they are so bad defensively and so unreliable that anything can happen. I mean, obviously, everyone's going on about Aubameyang this morning, but I don't really think it's much to do with him. It was more to do with the brilliance of Bukayo Saka, who I'm a massive fan of. But they should be doing a little bit better, being a little bit more reliable in European competition than that, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but first of all, a lot of people complaining about the away goals rule, wasn't there? Like two games being on neutral venues. And I thought, well, why don't you just play it like a normal game, and if it's level at the end of both games, have penalties? That made that game. The away goals rule, didn't it? When you look at it, when Arsenal go 2-1 down, because if they're 2-1 down...
But the rules are the same for everyone.
Exactly,
so it's kind of a nonsense argument.
Yeah, but it made the game, because people did want it changed. So you think... And I'm watching this Arsenal team, and I'm thinking, I haven't done this show for like 10, 11 weeks, and we're going to go out Europa League. I'm going to get battered coming in here on Friday morning. And then what you want is... The question marks against this Arsenal team in that particular, with half an hour to go, was, right, have you got any character? Have you got something within yourselves to get yourself out of this situation? Now, I think maybe 8 months ago that wouldn't have happened. And you mentioned Aubameyang. His first goal was quality finish. It was a brilliant pass from Saka, quality finish. He had another one that was disallowed, didn't he? It was just, again, offside. But the players...
The one he scored was almost offside.
Yeah, well, both goals, even the header was nearly offside as well, wasn't it? He had another one disallowed.
Right on the shoulder of the last defender.
Yeah, but I think you're looking around and you're asking for normally a big player to come. Arsenal had 3. Kieran Tierney, obviously, with the goal, but he drags the team. Yeah, and Saka as well. So 3 of your best players actually performed in that 30 minutes to get yourself out of that hole. Brilliant.
Well done. Your best players performed for 30 minutes. That's great. But you talk about the great spirit they've got to make a comeback. The fact is that they got themselves into that terrible hole despite the fact that they were already 1-0 up in the game.
That's because with Ceballos playing in the centre midfield, he gives an unnecessary free kick away at the edge of the box.
The Real Madrid player.
Yeah, and then obviously the header for the second goal, where he knows the player's on the outside of him and he still tries to... And why is he the last man back anyway, where you should have
dreadful.
Well, hang on,
two
the worst
defenders.
thing about that goal, Perry, is he didn't know.
No, he did. He looked at him. He knew he was on his right-hand side.
He didn't know he was there. He didn't know what he should do because nobody told him. I watched that goal 5 or 6 times on replay and thought, I go back a long way. Ian Yore, Frank McClintock, David O'Leary, Martin Keown. And can you imagine them not screaming so loud that you could hear it right down Avenel Road to head that ball the other way? The 2 players who could have done it, the goalkeeper and the guy who was just to the left, just looked at him, watched him do it.
But, Bob, if you look at him, he does know that Rafa Silva is on his right at first, and then he loses his bet, and then he tries to be too clever. To be fair, Leno did all right not getting sent off, although I thought he could have done more to try. But he did, Sam, because if you think he got sent off against Wolves, and he's thought, he actually just stood still, didn't he? He thought, I've got myself in no man's land. But you have to give Arsenal credit for getting himself out of that situation. Now, are they going to be in that situation again? Absolutely, because the defensive discipline isn't there. Partey will make a massive difference because the 2 substitutions, he made a difference when he came on. I know Willian had the assist. We call it assist now.
Benfica are the 4th best
Oh, they're not a good team. No, don't get me wrong.
In Portugal, right?
But you've still got to show...
The 4th best team in a 3-horse race in Portugal.
But you've still got to show resilience and character, and that's what Arsenal did. And the development of the team, of that group of players, that will enhance that because they'll find themselves in difficult, sticky situations again, and you've got to look around and think, can we get ourselves out of this? Yes, we've done it once before. So, one, they shouldn't be in it, but they did get themselves out.